We might be drunk, we might be drunk. As long as we are hanging out, you know we might be drunk. Raise a glass, let's talk shit. Pet peeves, Rex, and a bit. Maybe drunk, we might be drunk, yeah.
Here we are, folks. It's a balmy October day in New York City. The weather is changing. I put a light jacket on. I did the premature jacket.
Really?
Well, you know when you put a jacket on, you're like, I want to wear a jacket, but it's not actually that cold.
Yeah.
I love New York in the fall.
You do the same thing with the shorts on the other side of the
That's right.
things. Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah. And ejaculation. I'm premature all over.
I threw a jacket on, but it's kind of chilly out today.
It's a little chilly, and it'll
nippy.
probably keep dropping, but I got a 1972 George Carlin, some kind of special he shot.
Oh, dude, spin around. Show the people. It's a nice jacket. Look at that.
It was supposed to be a cartoon special, but it never went through.
Cartoon special.
Yeah.
Now Tig Notaro did that.
I know. So
Here's my issue with cartoon special, because I've done cartoon clips and I posted them. This guy animated them. People want your facial expressions.
that's true. Yeah, it's kind of cool seeing it as a cartoon, but it doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
You get like a 30 seconds of, that's fun.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like remember Shorties watching Shorties?
Great idea, but it just kind of
Didn't fly because you're like, I want Patrice. You know, I get it that it's a great story and he's a great storyteller, but I want to see him.
It's also funny. It was Patrice and DePaulo as babies, which is kind of great because it softens
right
their edge.
That's a good point.
So
yeah.
that I like that, but I just want to see the stand up.
Yeah, the only thing cool about it is like I remember one was Ted Alexandro doing the gym, and the guys look like pigeons.
Yeah,
so you can actually see pigeon-y guys, and that part's fun. But
the stand up being acted out rarely works for me.
yeah, you know what it's like? It's like when people go, "The book was better," and you go,
Yeah.
"Shut up, you pretentious queef." But the stand-up's better. You want to see it in your head. You want to let the
Yeah.
words paint it.
No, you're right. You're right. Let's get in this.
Ooh, what do you tell the folks at home what we're about to break the hymen on here?
About to pop the cherry of this bubble tea. We're going no alcohol this week because, for one thing, I had to drink a lot to survive Springfield, Missouri. So,
I hear that.
how about you? Did you drink a lot this weekend?
Yeah, I was in Rochester, so when in Rome, you gotta really hit the sauce.
Oh, that one. I think Rome was safer than Rochester is right now.
Yeah, less homosexuality. What the hell's going on?
You got to pierce it. You got to take the sharp end.
I know, but look how wide this is. Oh, it's for the balls.
Yeah.
Ah, it's like my ex. All right.
You suck hard enough, you get the ball. I'll tell you. I feel like we're in the wild here. I shoot a dart in your neck. All right, let's do this.
So I don't even know what a bubble tea is. I know Asians
serious?
like it. I know it's sweet. I know it's candy. But is it healthy? Is it horrible? Is it diabetic?
This is absolutely not healthy.
Okay.
It's
sounds
it's
bubble
pure
tea.
sugar.
Oh, jeez, great. We could have gotten a milkshake like a real American.
But this is different, dude. Damn, I can't pop this.
Come on, you got to use a little force. It's like a Capri Sun.
Do we have any KY jelly back there?
This is the Asian Capri Sun.
Damn.
Oh my God! I got to the syrup at the bottom. Woo!
It's good, right?
I mean, it's good, but Jesus!
Christ.
Whoa, Sam finished early.
I tell you, going all over myself
We
here.
got a squirter. Oh boy! There you go.
Well, let me just get my nose in this real quick. Sorry, Matt.
Oh, there you go.
Are you serious? Jesus Christ.
What a guy. What a
Matt
pro.
Peters, Gotham Studios. I'll
Swooping
tell you.
in.
I should have said I'm sorry right before I did that. All right,
Wow.
let's do this.
I mean, this is too much. This is for children.
Ooh, that's yummy, man.
I have a watermelon flavor on the bottom. What do you got?
He got me green tea.
Ah.
Oh, no, this is pearl milk. Did we go pearl milk? Did you give me a pearl necklace, Matt? I'll tell you.
Pearl is the balls are called pearls.
Oh, the balls are pearls.
Little
I
pearl
like-
necklace for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, that's really good.
Yeah, I guess, but this is a treat. This is like a
Well,
good
what do you think?
dessert.
What's a milkshake?
Oh, okay. I always thought, you hear tea. It's like, it's a nice Asian beverage.
This is fucking good, dude.
Is this China, Japan, Thai,
Where's the origin of the
Vietnamese?
bubble tea?
Squid Game? What are we talking here?
Did you finish it?
Not yet. I'm almost there.
I gotta tell you, a little disappointed.
Really? Mm-hmm. Man, everybody hates the ending of shows. Sopranos, Seinfeld.
I don't
Squid
like
Game.
when it feels like more is promised.
Aha.
Well, like they keep giving you like little morsels, and then you're kind of like, all right, well, I need a payoff for some of this.
Yeah.
It just felt like if a show is going to be that violent, I want a little more,
A little more substance at the end, like a message or a wrap up.
Are the VIPs there yet, or the Americans there?
They're coming in. The cop guy.
That's when it goes downhill for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All
it's
right.
like, look, there's good moments. It's look, I can't argue with the fact that it's entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
It's violent as shit. I mean, I read a book before bed last night and I slept like a baby, and I was like, oh, maybe watching Koreans getting executed every night is not helping my REM cycle.
Yeah, good point. Good point. We're talking shot to the head, just senseless, meaningless killings.
That's my issue. It's so meaningless. I think I want to like more for the end, but
Yeah, I hear you. It's kind of like Lost. This feels like Lost. The whole
what I'm
country's
saying.
in on it, and it was this big thing, and it keeps getting more and more complex. And you're like, I think they're laying track. Like you're like, how are you gonna figure this out? And then before you know it, you're at the end. Like, we don't know how do we got here.
well, apparently the guy who created it wrote every episode. I think that's a problem sometimes.
Oh, really?
Sometimes you need another set of eyes on that,
Interesting.
But yeah, it's. Have you seen him in interviews?
No.
Because you watch it, you're like, this guy's so intelligent. And then you read the interviews, and you're kind of like, maybe he's not. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Once the Americans came in, it's kind of like you're like, is this how the rest of the world sees us?
Oh shit! I didn't know Americans came in. Don't tell me too much.
Oh shit! All right, you didn't hear him on the phone. You were up to that where he's on the phone speaking English.
Oh, I have it on dubbed. So
You can't watch it on dubbed.
I like dubbed.
Dubbed is
I go dubbed and subtitles because I want the words. But the Americans come in. Well, I mean, they call us round eye, which already is fascinating because to them, our eyes are round, and to us, they're not. Isn't that wild? The way other people perceive you is interesting.
Yeah.
Also, why isn't that a slur?
Round eye?
Yeah.
I don't think it's nice.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Although you know what the problem is? I think we don't see it as a slur because we're like, oh, good, we have round eyes.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, we're like, you're damn right we got round eyes.
Americans are so full of ourselves that it's hard to insult us.
That's what it is. It's kind of like Whitey. Like, hey, cracker honky. You're like, and?
Yeah, it's
What's the
nice.
problem?
Well, you can't walk around saying you're the best all the time, and then someone calls you how you see yourself, and you're just like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, good point. Right, like, people make fun of black people's hair, but nobody really makes fun of white hair.
I feel like I have the brillowy hair.
You're in the middle. You're like on the cusp of white and black.
Yeah, I'm in the middle for sure.
Yeah.
How about you're like a little more whitey hair?
A little more white, but I can got a toe in the Jew pool.
Yeah.
The Jew pool.
We're going to dangerous territory
All
here,
right,
I feel
all
like.
right.
But
we'll pull back.
This is Squid Games. Yeah, it's like it is entertaining, but the more I watch it, I'm like, was I seduced by the violence and the stakes and the colors?
Yep.
And is the content not that great?
I think that's part of it.
That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, man, this looks amazing.
Yeah, and the brilliance of the show is its simplicity. It's just like people scared for their lives. How do they get out of it? Are they going to die? Are they not going to die? Good guy, bad guy. It's so simple, and I think it's easy to digest.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a viral video where a fat guy falls down the stairs on roller skates.
Right.
Everybody gets
For 9 hours.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Except at the end of the roller skates, a spike smashes his head through,
Yeah, right.
He's dead. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like,
I don't watch it because there's no diversity, and stop Asian hate, I say.
That's the problem with the show.
Yeah, that was my big joke over the weekend was like, all we talk about is diversity. There's zero, and we had a whole month long of stop Asian hate, and now it's just like, let's eat popcorn and slaughter them.
Well, they can hate each other.
Oh, is that what it is?
We can't hate them.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't
They're
it
allowed
weird?
to hate.
So then that means we don't really care about their violence or them dying. We just care about who's killing.
Yeah, the source is the problem.
Interesting. See, this is stuff that needs to be talked about.
We're talking.
I love it. It. Dialogue, folks.
Dialogue, dubbed, the way Mark watches it. But, what is that? What is that?
Oh, sorry. It's the damn tile on my wallet.
So that was like the game where he got.
Don't tell me, I haven't seen it.
No, you saw at the beginning the where he's throwing the wallet, he's throwing the thing to make it flip.
Oh
over.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, I forgot about that part. Jeez.
Yeah, well, you forget the parts that aren't someone getting shot in the head. There's so much violence that you forget but that's how you can get away with like lack of nuance by just insane violence.
Yeah, and it's also interesting. And look, we don't have to get too into it, but it's interesting how we all talk about like your words are violent, that those jokes are violent. This is violent, and no one cares.
No one cares.
There's not one article going, this is my child sees this, he can't sleep, Sam Morril has to read a book at night so he can get REM. There's no articles. Because
they're characters, but...
So are we.
Well, yeah,
on stage, kind of.
On stage, but don't you think, like, on some level... Don't you feel like a pit in your stomach after watching this? Like,
yeah.
You don't feel good after seeing this.
No, for sure. And you want more. You're almost bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
You know, you need more. But people like it. I think it's also got that Twilight Zone-y Lost thing. It taps into something that people love, where it's like the unknown and scary and spooky and weird. And, you know, the times are weird. You know, I think times are kooky, so we kind of relate to the guy in Squid Games. We're like, I feel like I'm trapped in something and I can't say what I want to say and all this shit. So maybe there's something to that.
There's more I want to talk about, but I want you to finish it
first. All right.
But it's pretty crazy. Look, there's a lot I like about the show. There's a lot where I'm just like, I just don't feel that good after watching. It's kind of like, I get the feeling like watching Squid Games that I do jacking off.
Yeah.
To like a porno where you're like, wow. Then the second you're done, you're like, ugh. Ugh.
Well, it is an Asian guy getting finished off. But you know what you got to do is you got to cut your Squid Game with a little Ted Lasso. That's the black and the white that you need to make the nice. What is it? Black and tan, or what is that drink called?
Black and tan.
Yeah.
How about
we should have those here, by the way.
New season of Succession. Do you watch it?
Oh, I forgot!
The premiere. All right, so we're
show.
doing these in advance. So the premiere just came out last night, and it was fucking good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to watch it today.
That's might be the best show on TV.
I completely agree. Watching it today. Can't wait. Totally forgot. I was sifting around going, what's going on today? What do I got here? Lasso, Morning Show, Squid Game, Saints of Newark, because I steal cable. So I got every channel, I got every show, and I forgot about Succession. God.
This podcast is getting pretty big to just announce you steal cable.
Well, come on.
You thought you know it's not that bad a crime.
Yeah. It's like stealing Wi-Fi.
You'd never be like, I fuck kids, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that out loud.
But,
get that clip, by the
way. Oh, no. But, wait, what were we?
Stealing cable.
No, but Succession. Did I tell you my Succession story? Did I tell you I auditioned for it?
What?
I never told you this?
No, I don't think so.
Years ago. So you saw the episode where the retreat and the stand-up comic. It's pretty poorly written.
Yes.
It's funny when people try to write stand-up, like the lines are like, I feel like I'm in a grain silo, being like, why? Where's the Wi-Fi? And you're like, ugh, we could have punched this up.
I know.
But I remember going in and being like, I want this. I feel like this is like a hacky comic. I threw a blazer and a t-shirt on, went in.
Beautiful.
And they asked for my avails. Which means I think my agent was like, I think you might have, like when I was with Hillary at the time, she was like, I think you got this.
Yeah.
They asked, are you around next week?
Oh my God.
And so she was like, I think they want you. And I was like, this is my favorite show. Get me on. And then they went Nori Davis, who was very good.
Oh, that's right.
He was really good in it.
He was good.
But the lines are rough. He makes them work, but they're not. It's weird.
Yeah, and he gave a little bit, like, he's a cool black guy, so it gave it a little bit of, like, they would hire that guy, you know, because they're, like, this cool, hip company, like a tech company. So that makes sense, but damn, that's close.
It was close. I was bummed.
The avails, that's like when a girl takes the bra strap off and then puts it back on. You're like, oh, you tease.
This close.
So close.
But, the show is killer, man.
Killer show.
So funny.
Can't
Guy
wait.
wrote Peep Show.
Is that right?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy. Two of the most different great shows ever.
Wow, that's almost like a Simpsons thing where you can be incredibly silly and zany and smart comedy and have a great show. Man, I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, you know what we got to watch? Matt, can you pull that thing up that I was talking to you about before? Because we're talking about Netflix shows and like how they have to like do the most obvious shit for the viewer now. Look at this scene. Watch this scene. I was telling you, I saw this on my friend David Angelo's Twitter timeline, and I was like, this is where it should be.
Forgot your side. Sausage, right?
Yes, thank you.
If you'd like anything else, we can have the cook whip up something in the kitchen.
No, we're good. Thank you.
He could probably do an Asian chicken thing, if that sounds good. We've got some rice back there. We can have
We are
that made up.
fine. Thank you.
Suit yourself. Just trying to be nice.
The over-the-top hillbilly
Obviously,
waitress.
you're not from around here.
Ha!
Oregon, you mean?
America.
I do have one question. What's your understanding of Chinese American history?
Oh, boy.
You calling me a hick?
Is this happening in 2021 in America?
The Chinese came to this country in the 19th century originally as railroad
Oh,
workers.
God, this is so
And they
forced.
worked in the mines. Those were the only jobs open to them. Now, we weren't accepted as Americans, so much so that Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act, as well as the Gary Act, the only U.S. law ever to prevent naturalization on the basis of race. It wasn't until World War II, 61 years later, that we even had the option of becoming citizens, owning land, and marrying a white person. It may surprise you to know I'm as American as you are, as well as my son, despite how we may look to you. So we're gonna stick with the eggs and sausage.
Ass. All right. I'm
Yeah,
telling
you got it.
Asians are having a moment right now. Shin-Shi on Marvel, Squid Game, Crazy Rich Asians, Ronnie Chang, Bubble Tea.
It's all been around, but but look, that scene, man, that is like. Can you imagine writing that and think you're like, I'll show it. Let me create a cartoon racist.
Yes.
And then write the most obvious monologue.
I know. He just had that in his back pocket. I mean, come on. You got to get that out of the diner.
How familiar are you with it? And by the way, that you're not changing her mind with that.
Right.
You know what would change her mind? Maybe being like, hey, it's not very nice to say. You say, let me whip out some academic. Let me whip out some history on you to just reveal what a dumb waitress you are.
I know.
Is this me? By the way, used to make shows where they were like being racist was like a minor part of a character.
Right.
It wasn't the entire character. It wasn't their entire
whole
That's not how
personality.
racists are. They're not just like Jew, Asian, Jew. That's not they. You know how they are? They're like Jack Nicholson in As Good as It Gets,
Yes.
where he'll say something homophobic or anti-Semitic, but he's got other qualities.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
how racism is.
That's a great point. So true. Although you just described my set list. But yeah, you're right. That's true. They don't just come out and they would probably go in the kitchen and go, a couple of Asians out there, we should give them an egg roll. You know, that's really, in the words of Bill Burr, racism is quiet.
Right.
You know, it's not just like, hey, what are these black guys doing here at this bar? Ah, get out of here.
What is that? I don't even know what the hell. Orange chicken in a fucking diner?
I know.
That's like the laziest racism I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was bad writing. Oof, they just had to get that spiel out. Maybe Ted Sarandos, the CEO, is still under the hot water with Chappelle, and he's like, "We got to get this in. We got to get all the racism explaining and the I've learned and all that shit. Get it out there." Woo, that was tough. Man, I'm eating here.
Is that in like 20 years there's going to be a scene like that, but for trans people, and they're going to be like, in 2021 we were under fire from comedian Dave Chappelle, but we fought back.
Oh, that's great. What do you serve a trans person? Like, what does the racist diner lady say to a trans person? Do you want I don't even know what is a non-binary meal, you know?
Maybe like something like a butterfly, like it changes.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
We got this for the studio
Woo! Rappin Rodney.
from Springfield, Missouri.
Man, Rodney did it all. He did cartoons, he did stand-up, he rapped, he did movies, he did TV. What couldn't he do?
This is gonna look good somewhere. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Rappin Rodney.
People are sending wall stuff. We got a bunch of joke book. Look at that Playboy party joke. That looks
Whoa.
old as shit.
We should read some of those.
We probably should. Yeah.
Can we do a quick clip of Rappin Rodney? It's on YouTube. It's so good. This is Rodney cashing in on in '83 of the, I guess, rap was fresh and new, and his agent was like, Rodney,
right?
can you rap? He's like, sure, how could it be? You know, put together a few words, you do a few jokes. All right.
Oh yeah.
Rappin Rodney. No.
I tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape.
Wow.
I don't get a break with nothing.
He's just doing his act.
I played hide and seek when I was 3.
No respect. No respect.
Why, they wouldn't even look for me.
No respect.
I was an ugly kid. I never had fun.
No respect. No respect.
They took me to a dog show, and I won.
No
He's just
respect.
doing his
When I was
bits.
born, I brought no
Oh,
joy.
look at these extras. A gig's a
My old
gig.
man said he wanted a boy.
No respect. No respect.
You gotta hit
I
to
was
like
an ugly kid,
55
always
seconds in or so when the chorus starts. 'cause-
No respect. Rodney.
Oh God, they're all dancing.
Woo!
Oh man, boy, how things have changed.
I mean, you get the point. That is solid.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Can we do that with new commit? Can we get a Tig Notaro doing mumble rap? let's keep it going.
This is like this
Mulaney and
is
auto tune.
Mulaney might work with that voice.
That's true. That's true. Man, there you go. Look, it's a whole series. Who sent these in? There's a note up there. I should give the guy a shout out. Hang on.
Playboy party jokes. Should I read one?
Yeah. Oh, this is from Jared Hughes out of Dallas. Thank you. Antique joke books that I thought you might enjoy for the studio. Thank you.
These aren't like short jokes.
Jared. Oh, damn. I sent jokes in. Somebody told me if you sent a joke into Playboy, you get $100. And in college, I wrote like 20 jokes and sent them all in.
Did you ever get in?
Nah, I never wrote back. But that was my big attempt. That was back in the day when I would go to open mics, watch, and not go on because I was too scared.
Yeah, I did that sometimes.
Yeah.
A much married Hollywood leading man was confronted by a pretty brunette at the premiere of his latest picture. Don't you remember me? She enthused. 3 years ago, you asked me to marry you. Oh, really? Said the blasé actor. And did you?
Nah,
That's not bad.
not bad.
And did you? That's all right. Yeah, these are some short ones.
The English language is called the mother tongue because father never gets a chance to use it. All right. These are just tweets. Huh. All right.
Yeah, these aren't great.
We had a woman down home that was married 9 times. She didn't like men, but she was crazy about wedding cake.
These aren't great.
Yikes.
Man, being a comic is hard now.
It's hard. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's all the same joke. The dazzling movie star was applying for a passport. Unmarried, asked the clerk. Occasionally, answered she. It's okay.
There you
It's
go.
like a good line in like a noir. It's not
Yeah.
it's not like a great like standalone joke.
All right, here we go. A drunk walked into a bar crying. One of the other men at the bar asked him, "What happened?" "I did a horrible thing," sniveled the drunk. "Just a few hours ago, I sold my wife to someone for a bottle of scotch." "Oh, man, that is awful," said the other guy. "And now she's gone, and I want her back. Right? You're sorry you sold her because you realized too late that you love her, right?" "Oh, no," said the drunk. "I want her back because I'm thirsty again." It's a long way to go.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh, wow. We got a racist rendition there. That's fun. All right. I feel like this is bad
A
pod.
man has reached an old age where he can't take yes for an answer. Oof. These stink.
That's actually not bad.
These stink.
Ah. All right. So tell me about the Sin City, which is
Springfield.
Springfield, Missouri.
Good club, small city. Interesting. I mean, it's so weird to go from New York to Missouri where you're like, COVID is still a thing here. And then you go there and they're like, oh, we're keeping the shop open. If Grandpa dies, he dies.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely,
Definitely
weird.
not.
Missouri is a weird place.
It's a different world. I mean, it takes 2 flights to get there. It's a tiny airport. It's a culture shock.
I'm done with these 2 flights, man. Because even if you get upgraded, you're like...
You still gotta.
You're still smushed.
You're smushed, and you're still like, oh, I have to focus. Like I just landed in Chicago, and now I gotta find Terminal B, and then.
Oh, dude, I barely made the flight back.
You see,
because we landed at like 2:34, and my next flight yesterday was boarding at 2:30.
Oh,
and it's Atlanta. I'm on the other end of the airport. Oh, I had to sprint. It was like Terminal D, and then my next flight was in Terminal T. I'm like, why not just say Z at that point? Fuck, you're fucking me. I was sprinting, and you're doing that thing where you're like weaving through people with 2 heavy bags, and people on their phone. It's like a fucking zombie video game. You're just weaving. I finally get to the gate, and I'm boarding. I got lucky. I got upgraded, so I wouldn't have been able to get my bag on. They had to check all the stuff.
Oh wow!
But I get on when the last group is boarding.
Delta.
It was like fucking Indiana Jones, dude. I just sweeped under, grabbed my hat.
It's always nice when because the boarding process takes a while because everybody's so fat, and then there's like the guy in the rascal, there's the old lady. Yeah, so it takes a while, and that actually helps you because you're like, oh, thank God. Or you see the lady arguing at the desk, you're like, great, occupy them while I run here.
It's like when we were young comics, when you book like 6 spots on a Saturday in the city, and you're running late to a spot, and you look on who's before you, and it's a comic who always goes long. You're like, thank God this guy doesn't respect the show. I'm going to make it,
Exactly. But when you're on time, you hate that guy.
Oh, yeah, I hate him, because then you don't make the next spot.
Right, but sometimes it helps.
But, yeah, man, Springfield was cool. We definitely saw Nate Bargatze there the first night. He was in the theater, so great to see him. So funny, man.
Love Nate. I did his podcast in Nashville. Hardest thing I've ever done.
Why?
Well, I love Nate. He's the funniest guy. He's a great comic, but he's clean.
Yeah.
And my whole joke repertoire is just queef and anal and Jews and this. And it's just, I sat in that chair just second guessing everything I say because I don't want to be myself.
Just keep panicking. You're like, oh, that reminds me of this woman from Nantucket. He's like, oh,
yeah, exactly. And it felt like I was eating dinner when I was 11 with my friend's parents. And you're like, yes, yes, Mrs. Johnson. I'm having a good school year. Yeah, I'm studying. But I mean,
you must have struggled with those.
Oh, I was a mess. I mean,
did you make fucked up jokes in front of your friend's parents?
I tried not to, but you slip out, and plus, I had a fart machine, and as a kid, we're going, that whole thing. So I was just like, don't touch it. Took everything I had, and it was tough. And a lot of the parents were like, Mark's a bad influence. Our son needs to go to church and all that shit. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, that was Louisiana in the 90s.
Damn.
Different world. But yeah. And then I started skateboarding, and a lot of the parents were like, that's, what are they, pagan punks? Who are these kids?
Pagan.
Yeah. So it was a weird time.
Man, so Nate, it was great to see Nate. His new material's killer. In the theater. Yeah. It's cool, man. So,
you saw this material?
Yeah. I got like the first 30 minutes. I had to change hotels that night, so...
I see a pattern.
I need a nice hotel.
You're the hotel guy now.
Well, when you're on the road every week, man, you need a decent hotel. It was run down and dirty. I'm just kind of like, I don't want to be here for 3 nights. I'm on the road. I'm already away from home every week.
Do they give you gruff? Do they go, all right, Diana Ross, I'll see you at the
No, he
Omni.
didn't. It's kind of. I'm like, you want to see the room? They're like, no, we.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
I think I know that hotel.
Yeah.
That he puts you in.
It's not great.
It's not great. Yeah, I remember that. And he's a nice guy, the guy running it, so he'll
part
accommodate.
of Kanye West. Tried to get Kanye West on the ballot.
That's right.
So this is who we're dealing with as a club owner.
That says everything about the guy right there. Open-minded, but still weird.
Oh yeah, there's such a thing as too open-minded.
Yeah, pedophiles.
Yeah,
way too open-minded.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they might be closed-minded though.
How do you mean?
Because they don't want to go over.
Oh,
pedophiles. Yeah. You think they play blackjack and they get to over 16 and they won't?
I'm out. They're like, hit on 11. Give me another 11. But wait, so how were the shows?
Shows were good. I did get some of those crowds that were. The late show Saturday. I've never seen a drunker crowd in weeks.
Wow.
I shouldn't have said never because we've been doing this forever. But
yeah,
it's been a while. They were the one woman in the front row. It's going to be a funny clip. she was like playing with her breasts. She's a mom with her kids. She was like heckling me playing with her breasts. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Damn.
Then she by the way, I was like, she's gonna, you're going to be a problem. You're already groping yourself in the front row. And her daughter's like, Mom, stop.
Whoa.
And I'm teasing her a little. And then toward the end of the show, she goes, Jew. That's her heckle, Jew, and you can tell the crowd's like, what the fuck?
Whoa!
Because they're kind of like, she's repping our city here.
Yeah.
This is a Jew from New York. We're not. I'm kind of like laughing. I'm just like, I mean, this is
wow.
As you said, I don't think this is real racism.
I know you just said like, I mean, no one does that.
So I was kind of laughing. Well, I was like, I don't think it's. I think she's hammered and trying to get attention. I wasn't like this woman hates Jews.
She's clearly. I mean, she's doing the boob juggle and yelling not slurs, but she's yelling your group at you. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing with yourself right before the slur, I'm kind of like, she's probably not in the right mind.
But this is the difference.
By the way, it's not a slur. It's just what I am.
Sure. But if you're like black, it looks bad.
It ain't good.
But this is the difference between men and women. You're like, look at this fucking douche. And if a guy was playing with his dick and yelling, Chinese, I mean, that'd be a headline. That'd be the front page of CNN right there.
But it wouldn't make the paper in Springfield because it does happen.
She's the mayor.
No, she's the mayor. Dude, it was definitely one of those things where I was like, yeah. And then she kept yelling out, I'm German. I was like, I mean,
whoa.
I was like, this is weird.
A little threatening.
Yeah, I shit on her pretty hard. It'll make a funny post.
Thank God for the camera, because now you can not weaponize it, but you can take back the power there.
Take back the night, baby.
Yeah, because at any other time, you're in the middle of nowhere, you're the only Jew in 100 miles, and you're getting called a Jew, she's playing with her tits, drunk crowd, and you're like, I just got to eat this. But now you can capitalize.
Well, it's weird because we've talked about it, but like you can't tell who's a Jew always.
Sure.
But I asked, I was like, are there any other Jews here? And there wasn't any noise. I was like, all right then. This is going to turn into that scene in Porky's pretty quickly. You know?
Yeah. I did a thing on my Netflix, which who knows if they'll keep in, but I did a Jewish joke, and I go, are there any Jews here? And one guy went, woo, and I went, get them, and it killed. And it's funny because that is so overtly racist and bigoted that it's obviously a joke.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Like if you go, hey, so Hispanic people do this, we're like, I don't know. But if you go, get that Jew, kill him, they're like, ah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just how it always goes when it's like on the line.
Right.
I mean, that's why if you do an abortion joke or something and it's just kind of like in the middle, it doesn't hit. But if you go real hard, it'll hit.
Jeselnik is a perfect example of that. He's talking about dead babies and shit, and everybody's like, this is great.
Springfield, it had moments. It was definitely some crowds. I'm like, they're fucking drunk.
Yeah.
They've done a great job with the club, though. The club is very cool.
The guy really cares.
He does care.
That's really all it comes down to, folks. If you think about running a show or running a comedy club, all you need is a little... I was texting with Mackie over the weekend. He was at the Sandman, which is apparently a new club in Virginia.
I'm supposed to be there in January.
He loved it. He's like, it's great. The guy really gives a shit. That's all that matters. I was like, yes, I was in Rochester. The guy's got a blazer on. He picks you up.
Yeah.
Market Bolito, great club, great guy. You could tell they're really trying. And he's like seating everybody himself and tearing tickets and... kicking people out himself, like he's in, hands on.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy.
That's a good club.
Good club, big room.
Yeah, it's big, but I bet you did well.
Big room. Well, it's a big room because it's hard to wrangle sometimes. We did pretty well, but the two late shows, Friday late show, Saturday late show, were slug fest. I mean, one guy, I have a video of it. I'm stealing your thing where I just film and everything now. And this guy goes, I go, anybody have any questions? I'm about to get out of here. I've kind of been bombing the whole night, getting a little here, a little there, a lot of drunk. One guy was sleeping. And I go, one guy goes, can I get emotional? And I went, oh, boy. And the whole crowd loses it. And he goes, Mark. And he starts walking towards the stage. He gets on the stage, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I wasn't scared because he was like shit-faced. He was blacked out, and they just grabbed him. The security just ran on stage and grabbed him. He's just a big fan of yours. Yeah, and you're like, what are you doing? You've been heckling me the whole show. Your girl's on the phone. Your friend's sleeping. You're like an inch away from yakking, and you're like, finally, my moment. He comes on stage with his arms open, and I did a whole thing like, Dad, you got to stop coming out, whatever it was. But it was wild.
Moment. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Because if he is a big fan of yours, which clearly he is, that next morning, they're going to be like, dude.
You hope.
You don't want to know what you did.
I know.
You rushed the stage.
Well, I'll tag you when the video comes out, Fatty, because I want you to see it. We had another guy in the front row.
Are you going to blur the face or no?
No, well, he walked up, so it's his back, so you can't really see him. But he got manhandled pretty good by two big bouncers. But
God, I love that the clubs have not every club has bouncers.
I know.
And they're like, it's like, yeah, this is why, so I don't have to fucking deal with this myself.
What is it about the stage? I have no fear on that stage. Like, this guy's coming towards me. He's kind of like a towny guy, He's got a Raiders hat on and a big
I do have
jacket.
fear on stage.
This guy was coming at me. I'm like, what is he going to do? I mean, I got bouncers here. I can just swing at him or kick him in the balls. I don't know.
I'm in Missouri 3 times in the last 3 months. So, yeah, I've definitely had fear. I'm definitely like, I make the wrong abortion joke. Am I going to go out like Peter Finch in the end of Network? I mean, just 2 dudes stand up.
Right. You're mad as hell.
I don't know, man. I know what you mean. You do feel invincible sometimes, but also like if you are scared, you can't show it because then the crowd's going to get uncomfortable and they're going to. So like, yeah, I've definitely been up there and I'm like, I'm a little scared.
Yeah. Well, you ever seen that clip of DJ Youngfly?
No.
I don't know. Are you familiar with this guy's work? He's an artist. This guy is huge. He's just like in the black scene or whatever you want to call it, the urban scene. But he's huge and he's super funny. But he's like a wildin' out guy. Yeah. But he's from the streets.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
And this guy, there's a video of him. This guy comes on stage and he's like, "You sure you want to do this?" And the guy's like, "Let's go." And he knocks him out and then goes back to his act. And the guy's just laying there. Damn. I'm sure you can find the clip, but it was all over TMZ.
Like that's the last scene of the movie. The guy, he's laying there, and then you see his hand moving a little bit.
Yeah,
that's going to go to credits. There's a sequel.
Right. But I just love that this guy's like the real deal. And people, what is that thing about comics where people just like, it's the same with Elmo or Mickey Mouse or Goofy at the fucking Disneyland. People just think they can go up and kick you in the ass.
And you get those guys. That's another reason I don't do meet and greets anymore. Is like it's always that one douche who ruins it for everybody.
Yeah.
Who will grab your ass or something or like grab your stomach and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm here to be to meet you guys.
I know.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
And I'm still a person.
And then you get those kind of like bro-y douches and you're like
the headlock guy.
And you're like, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing? But I don't know if you can find the actual knockout, but it should all be on tape. But we'll post that up on We Might Be.
Oh, Jim Jeffries had the thing where the guy went up and punched him, and it went viral.
That kind of broke him, I think.
Yeah.
But look, everybody's
physically and emotionally.
Yeah. But yeah, so this kid in the front row kept doing. You ever had the supportive heckle, but it's still throwing you off?
Yeah.
This kid in the front row, cute kid, blonde kid. He was like, "Where's Joe?" And you're like, "All right, man, I'm in the middle of a joke about slavery or something."
Where's Joe? At another place.
I know.
What do you mean? Where?
I know, it's brutal. And then he's like, "How's the Beamer?" Like right in the middle of a bit. And you're like, the bit is ruined now. I'm doing like a chunk on marriage, and it's just ruined.
Well, those are like the podcast fans are different than the stand-up fans.
Yeah.
The stand-up fans kind of know how to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you people, there's like a crossover. But then there's the podcast people, and they're just like, "Where's Fat Cat?" And you're like,
exactly.
I was trying to do a story.
I know. And a joke is like a boner. Like one phone call from mom, and it's gone. And that's what these guys do. The phone rings, and you go limp. But yeah, I got that guy, and they threw him out eventually. But he bought a shirt after, and he apologized.
Wow.
So that is rare. I never had that.
Yeah.
So,
are you doing meet and greets?
I do a little bit of, I wait for like 80% of the crowd to leave and then I sell shirts.
Yeah, they're mostly rough.
Oh yeah. Those are wear you out more. And what's cool is some guys will be like, "I know you hate this, but we appreciate them." Like, I appreciate that.
I hate them. I did them for a while and then I'm just like, ugh. Because if I get COVID, then I miss the next weekend.
No, it makes sense. I don't
want to, and that's the thing is like the places you go where they give the least a fuck about COVID are the one. Like you think I want to miss Chicago because fucking Springfield is like we don't give a shit.
That makes sense.
I'm like, well, you want to miss work?
Yeah.
I don't.
I like work and I need it. It pays the bills.
Yeah, baby.
I saw Seinfeld in college. I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. and I was at Baton Rouge Community College. Seinfeld came to town. The girl I was dating at the time bought tickets. It was the biggest moment of my life.
Wow.
It was in some giant theater. This was like 2001. The show had just ended. He was the biggest thing on the planet. He was like Elvis. And I remember he came out, and I was like, I remember he ran out on stage and went, and I remember like, oh my God, it hit me. Like, there he is, that's the guy. And then he did a killer act. I still remember some of the bits, but at the end he did a Q&A. And I was too scared, and I had nosebleed seats, so I couldn't reach him. But one guy I remember went, where's Kramer? And he went, sir, he's not real. And I remember they murdered.
It's like those people at the height of Chappelle show who just like, they're at the show and they're like, I'm Rick James, bitch. And he's just like, yeah, dude. I mean, I think his line was, yeah, motherfucker, I wrote it.
I know. But it just shows like
well, comedy's about people. So there's people, those drunks that don't get that. This is about momentum and timing, and like that doesn't help.
No.
And we can deal with it, but now the show's a different thing.
Exactly. How about that guy? He comes up to you later like, I'm the guy who called you a homo, and then you spun it. And you're welcome. You're like, yeah, thanks.
I don't know what they're expecting. We'll be like, hey, let's take this on the road. That was your moment. That was your test, and you passed, buddy.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These little tapioca balls.
I like the balls. I don't love the tea.
Really?
Well, first of all, let's break this down.
Yeah.
I got a pile of sweet, sugary syrup at the bottom, then milk, and then ice. It's a weird mix.
Yeah.
When else are you putting milk and ice together?
Milkshake?
You got a point. At least you grind it up a little. I got cubes of ice floating in my milk, and then with sugar on the bottom. It's a very strange mix.
Well, the show is about embracing new cultures, not breaking them down, Mark.
I'm bracing.
Yeah. You sound like that waitress in in Wu Assassins.
Yeah.
The Chinese have a proud heritage. I said privilege. Oh my God. I'm mixing all the words up. I'm brain dead. I'm brain dead from this travel.
Yeah, it'll get you.
Yeah.
Had the Rochester 48-minute flight, 4-hour delay.
Oh,
Saying
wow.
like, God, I'm so close. I just want to get done. And then you sit at the airport for 6 hours.
That's brutal.
Yeah. But
God damn. 48-minute flight, though.
I know. Had a weird one. I was sitting next to. You ever have the thing where, what do they call it? The deadhead?
Yeah.
Where there's like another pilot on the flight?
Oh.
You ever seen that? Is it Deadhead?
Deadhead is like a Grateful Dead.
Oh,
thing.
Dead Seat? It's called something.
The Dead Seat?
Nah.
It's a great name for on a flight. This became Squid Games.
Yeah, that's what they're going to call the exit row from now on. This is the Dead Seat. Because if we go down, what is that called where a pilot sits on it? There's a term for that. Red Dead Redemption, Dead Set. No, shit. Maybe it's not even dead. Head. Either way, I had another pilot sitting next to me. And the flight attendant came up and she goes, so, we need this seat. Do you mind taking the jump seat? And the jump seat is that weird little flappy labia that flops down off the wall and you have to sit on it like that.
Awful.
Yeah.
They wanted you to sit there?
No, him. Because they're like, we're kind of throwing you a bone here by giving you this flight. You're a pilot, but we got a customer that needs this seat. And she was like, do you mind? And he goes, I do. And I was like, oh. So I'm just sitting there like, oh, God.
And what happened?
And she goes, well, this person needs a flight, and this is in the procedure. Like, if someone needs a seat, you got to get off. And he was like, fine. He was like this real cunty, kind of whiny guy. But
48-minute flight only, too.
I know. Like, suck it up. He had his headphones in. He's doing like the, what? No, I hate that move. And she was like, eventually she was like, all right, sir, shut the fuck up.
Being a flight attendant is pretty rough now.
I know.
Because you just have to walk up to people the whole time and be like, sir, your mask. I know, sir. I know but your mask is here. It needs to be here. That's your whole day. Or then, it's already a fucking horrible, that job must be tough on your body, just always bending over trying to.
Oh, yeah.
I just think
putting the luggage up,
now
plus
you're just
the
dealing
cart.
with unruly customers all day. Like, you already did, but now it's like, because people are cranky when they fly.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're basically like tech support, but in person. You're dealing with that energy all day.
Yeah, and being a waiter at the same time.
Yeah.
It's all of that.
It's a tough job.
Tough job. Yeah. I think that's why flight attendants used to be like hot and nice, and now they're mean and gay. It's just like, they're cranky. They deal, and I don't blame them,
Yeah, they used to be like, sir, do you want anything? And they're like, sit your ass down.
Exactly.
I had a cool flight attendant on the way there. I got recognized by him. He was
nice.
But he goes, "You're an actor," and I was like, "I'm a comedian." He goes, I noticed the eyebrows, even with the mask. I noticed. I was like, "All right." He was very nice. He was very the whole time. He's like, "Can I get you anything else?" I was like, "No, I'm good." But then coffee after coffee. I do like 4 coffees on those flights.
Whoa.
It's only 3. They're so weak.
They're weak. Yeah. Man, 4 coffees on a flight.
3 usually.
That's impressive.
We fly so much.
Yeah, we really do.
I guess the dehydrate, it's like, that's bad. You're getting dehydrated just from flying, but
I know.
Those little waters aren't doing shit. How would they give you a seltzer this big? You're
I
like,
know.
That's not doing anything.
Yeah, brutal. Especially when you're hungover and you're like, just keep the water coming. I need like a gallon of water.
I drink on flights. If it's like, if I'm flying to the gig the day before, I definitely will have a few drinks.
Oh, yeah. You got to take the edge off. That is a good feeling when you're in first class or Delta Comfort and just got that gin and soda or whatever the fuck it is.
Is that what you go to usually?
I usually do that because it's bubbly. I like a scotch or a whiskey, but I want a little bubble. I want
I'll do some wine on one of those. That shitty wine. It's kind of fun to get shitty wine drunk.
You ever gone international? It's free wine.
It's free wine on Delta.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
As many as you want?
All the booze is free, yeah.
Oh.
This is actually what my bit is about.
Oh, yeah?
I'll save the bit for later.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Give me a rec.
Oh, yeah. Hey, folks, We Might Be Drunk is excited to welcome our new sponsor, good old Boll and Branch, baby. No one wants to shop for new sheets in the store. You end up ripping all the packages open just to feel how stiff they are and leave a pile of shame behind you for the store to clean up. Look, I know about being stiff and then having shame, but Boll and Branch makes the process simple by making the softest organic sheets on the market, and they get better with every wash. Look, we all like sheets. We like a nice sheet. Let's be honest, no one's washing them. But they get a little crunchy, they get a little musty, and they get a little flaky after a while, so you got to throw them in there. But nothing better than when you jump in a bed with nice, soft sheets. They feel like an old T-shirt your uncle wore when he took you down to that weird private room. Boll and Branch Signature Sheets comes in 7 colors and all sizes, from twin up to California King. And since there's nothing worse than fitted sheets that don't fit, Boll and Branch offers 17-inch deep fitted sheets and labeled size to help you make your bed like a pro every time. They only use 100% sustainable raw materials, and as the first fair trade certified manufacturer of linen, you can feel about as good about your Boll and Branch sheets as they feel against your skin. Best of all, Boll and Branch gives you a fair price, a 30-day risk-free trial with free shipping and returns. Experience the best sheets you've ever felt at bollandbranch.com. Get 50% off your first set of sheets when you use promo code DRUNK at checkout. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com. Promo code DRUNK. Pass out on these sheets.
What's standing in the way of achieving your goals? Figure it out with BetterHelp. BetterHelp is therapy for the 21st century. This is not a crisis line. This is not self-help. BetterHelp is professional therapy. All online. It's all remote. Do it from the comfort and privacy of your own home. Flexible schedule, phone or video calls at your convenience. Get a good match. They will put you with a licensed therapist who's right for you. I love therapy. I mean, therapy's changed my life. Therapy's taught me that, if my girlfriend says she's upset with me, to say I understand instead of okay then.
Right.
Instead of all right, here we go.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do?
It's fast. When you sign up, you can start talking to your therapist in less than 48 hours. No waiting around. It's affordable. You don't have to be rich to pay for this, and financial aid is available. And now you can send messages to your therapist anytime. They'll get back to you in between sessions. Don't like your person? If you want to switch therapists, you can do it anytime for free. They make it easy. Trust me. It helps to have someone outside your world to talk to. I believe that. And it's true. It's easy to schedule, affordable, and it'll take a load off your shoulders. Over 1 million people have taken charge of their mental health. Join them. Mark, tell them how to do it.
You got to get on it. BetterHelp is a special offer for our listeners. Visit BetterHelp.com/drunk for 10% off your first month. That's visit BetterHelp.com/drunk for 10% off your first month. HELP.com/drunk for 10% off your first month. BetterHelp.com/drunk. Sign up for BetterHelp to start living a happier life. Yeah. Hey, we might be drunk is brought to you by Honey. You gotta love Honey. I mean, come on. You shop online. We all do it. You buy shoes, you buy groceries, you buy toilet paper, and we've all seen that empty promo code thing just taunting you. And you're like, oh, if only I had a promo code, I'd get half off or a percentage, something. But I never have one. Who has that? You go to some shoe brand, you're like, I could get a real discount here, but I never have it. I always wonder who does. Well, now Honey is the free browser extension that scours the internet for discount codes. When you're ready to check out, Honey automatically applies the best one, instant savings. Honey has found its customers over 2 billion clams in savings, supported by over 30,000 stores online. Buy anything from tech, gaming, beer, wine, you name it. I saved on some sweet kicks. Thanks to Honey, put that code in. Got a discount. Shoes are expensive. Get a break. Tell them how to do it, Fatty.
If you don't have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free, installs in just a few seconds. Save some dough and support this podcast. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/drunk. That's joinhoney.com/drunk. And get that honey, baby.
Yeah. I want to wreck this, and I hope I haven't done this already, but free, cheap, and easy, and no one does it. It's seen as a chore.
You're going to say, looting your local CVS.
By the way, the toilet paper hack is taking over the world. I'm getting all nice messages. People are sending me, look at this Charmin.
Not from the hotels.
No, the hotels hate me.
Dude, by the way, the stealing, have you been to a CVS lately? It's like they lock up the Tide Pods now. It's like literally locked. Everything's locked. You have to, it's 2 a.m. You're like, hey, can you get the toothpaste out? I'm sorry.
Deodorant, razors.
The deodorant one, is that because are people just going in and trying it on?
I think hobos just and then get out of there, I assume.
I would think that'd be the one nice thing about being a hobo is you can just full on let yourself go.
That's true, yeah. Might as well.
I don't know. So what's this hack?
Well, it's gonna sound lackluster, but it's good for you.
Let's do it.
It's low impact. It gets the brain moving.
Yeah.
It gets your creativity juices flowing.
Yeah.
Take a walk. That's it. That's it.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Well, everybody's like, oh, how far is it? Should we drive? Can we get an Uber? If it's a 15-minute walk, do yourself a favor and take it. You'll live longer. I know it's
New York. We're living in New York. Everyone's doing this.
I'm talking to these queefs out in Missouri and Des Moines and Kansas.
All right.
Take a walk.
No, I love a walk.
I want 10,000 steps a day.
Wow.
Yeah, like get up, get out, walk to the post office, walk to the store, walk and listen to a podcast and just walk. It's good for you.
Yeah,
every time you have to do a phone call, walk and talk.
Smart.
And then you'll kill the phone call. It's great.
Damn.
Low impact.
I know. I think you're right.
And people run on a treadmill. Apparently, that's really bad for your limbs and joints and whatnot. So walking, though, low impact, but still burning calories. You don't even think about it. Gets the mind going. I walk when I do jokes.
Yeah, it's smart. You told me that you pace.
I pace back and forth. I look like a psycho, but it helps.
Interesting. Yeah, I walk a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a big walker, especially if I go to another city, I'll walk. Mm-hmm. I like a good walk. Find whatever good coffee shop is in the area. That's my move usually.
Yeah, you just put it in the maps and give yourself a goal. Sometimes it'll be like 30 minutes. You're like, but what else am I doing?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go, I got 4 hours to kill. I'll watch a show. I'll watch a movie. I'll read. But if you just walk, now you're exercising and killing time. I don't know.
You also do a walk and an audiobook.
There you go.
Audiobook, kind of like a podcast.
And get a coffee and walk. Get a smoothie and walk. I think
bubble tea.
Bubble tea. Wildly underrated. And I think people with the pounds would just melt off people, too.
Well, it was the Jared Fogle way.
Aha!
Yeah.
Well, he was burning calories at the playground, too. But, yeah, I'm sure chasing kids is a real cardio.
I'm sure having to keep 500 feet away from any school constantly has you on the move.
Yeah.
But
All right, what's your rec?
I have a few. Well, first off, I have a toast.
Ooh, I love a toast.
A toast is a weird one, too.
Please.
The clear coffee mug. I love a clear coffee mug. You can see the color of it. Look, I love a diner
Interesting.
mug. I love those diner mugs. But I had a clear coffee mug recently.
I love it.
And they put the milk in, and I was like, isn't that nice?
It's a little classier, too, somehow.
It just looks good.
All the trashiest kids in my public school had clear backpacks, and I'm like, what are you just saying, mug me? You know, you got your beeper in there, you got your phone in there, you got your money in there, but this, I get.
No, it's kind of nice.
I love it. I think rich people go clear.
I've never owned one. The hotel I was in had clear coffee mugs.
That's a great observation. I love that. I
loved
love when
it.
you go outside the box.
Here's my rec.
Sam's going clear. Good
I'm
doc.
going clear. Good Leonard Cohen line. Famous blue raincoat. Did he ever go clear?
Ooh.
Remember that from that song?
No, I don't. Never caught it.
Great tune.
He's a good writer.
Great writer. So, my book started a book. Speaking of, it's really good. It's called A Drink Before the War. It's a Dennis Lehane book. You guys probably know who he is. He's a lot of his stuff got turned into movies. He's
really?
Gone Baby Gone, Mystic River.
Oh wow.
He might have done The Departed too. I mean, he's done any Boston crime thing he did.
Okay.
And
all right.
He's great.
Pretty dark, pretty brooding.
Dark, fun, feels like a classic noir, but it's really good. And it's, as I said, man, you read before bed, you just sleep better.
It really does help.
You literally watching a Korean massacre every night before bed.
Yeah.
Wondering why I'm like, my heart's racing.
I know, right?
Also just staring at a screen. We stare at screens all day. You got to shut the screens off. That's another wreck. Shut off the fucking screen.
Here, here. You got that right.
Not now. You got to finish the episode, but at some point.
Yeah. When you see that, you ever see your screen time and you want to kill yourself?
I can't look. I don't want to know.
It's embarrassing. It's brutal. It's like looking at your porn search history. Like after you jerk off, you're like, I got to get my life together.
You're going to be on your deathbed and the time is going to flash before your eyes and it's going to be you just doing this.
Oh, God, you're right. I ever tell you about that meme I saw where it was an old guy on his deathbed and he goes, oh, shit. He goes, my one regret, spending more time on Twitter. I wish I had done that.
Oh.
You know, like nobody's going to think that, but we spend so much time on all this bullshit. Ah, fuck my ass.
I don't love that one anyway.
All right, it's gone. Give me Rappin Rodney.
Rappin Rodney.
I'm putting that up there. Sorry, Mennonite or whoever that was. There we
Yeah,
go.
I like that one better anyway.
All right.
What about all right. So
yeah,
that's
good rec. Good rec.
Hey.
Screen time down, reading up, and get yourself a clear cup.
I gotta get one.
I like it. I
Yeah.
think it's a great move.
Clear cup is fun. It's also fun if you're like, if you're not like I'm a coffee drinker, but if you like tea, it's kind of fun to see the color of the tea. I think.
I agree, and I'll give you another rec that I just thought of now that you mentioned your clear cup is candles. I know I sound like some holistic guzzler.
I love them.
I love them too. They don't do anything. I mean, they smell better, but they just add something. Like this guy, Hangover Candle
Dude,
Company.
he sent us stuff before. I love his stuff.
Great. They smell great. They look cool.
You get them in like a LaCroix can? or
Yes,
something?
yes.
I love that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Hangover
good.
Candle. Shout out. That guy's great. And I'll tell you another thing, man. You get older, you start to appreciate shit like that. 15-year-old me, I'd be like, "What? Are you gonna get a candle?" Now I'm like, you know what? Like, I like getting socks as a gift. Good socks,
Yeah.
a nice candle. Yeah, I'm a fucking boring old guy now.
You got that
Get
right.
some.
You're gonna have the worst Christmas: socks, candles, and clear cups. Woo-wee!
Well, it sounds great now.
Party time.
Because guess what? When you get to be an adult, you can buy shit that you want.
That's true.
So these little things are actually really nice. I'll tell you another coffee cup I really like. You can pull it up, Matt. It's like the New York coffee cup, but it's a glass.
I have that cup.
I have two of them. I love
Those
them.
are the Greek
love
blue and
those.
white. Yeah, I have that. That's it. I love that.
Aren't those fun?
Hillary got me those.
Same.
Oh, okay. Well, she's
love-
regifting. Fucking.
It's funny when someone gets you a
Shyster.
gift and you're like, it's because I'm a New Yorker. And she's like, yes.
Yeah,
She's just giving them to
exactly.
everybody.
I know. That is such a nice touch.
I love those cups. There's something about a good coffee mug that's really nice.
It's funny how people are. Like, that was a shitty paper cup, but when you go back to it and make it a real cup, it's like clever. You know, it's kind of like lobster. Lobster was like poor people food.
Peasant food.
Yeah, and then now it's like, it's just rebranding. You could rebrand anything. You know, they got these old, this was an old mill factory, but we kept the lights and the ceiling the same and the floor, but now it's a laser tag.
Vintage.
Yeah.
Well, dude, Richard Jeni, remember that joke he had about, this is such a great line, every lobster in the tank, you know, at the restaurant, they all have that look like, any word from the governor?
Talk about underrated. Recommend Richard Jeni.
Richard Jeni's great.
He's got some Platypus Man, a steaming pile of me. Amazing.
Yeah, he was a great comic.
His specials were like, they were like actually special. It felt like he was performing, he was sweating, and every bit was punched out and had a big ending and like a ta-da.
Classic comic.
Classic. Killed himself.
And regretted it, apparently. Like,
What?
he was alive. Well, he shot himself in the mouth, and I think he didn't die instantly, and he was regretting it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wild. They
Which, I mean, it sounds obvious. If you shoot yourself in the face and you're still alive, you're probably going to be like, this was not a good idea.
right.
You're not going to be like, you know what? Good choice.
Yeah.
No, but Richard Jeni, one of the best comics.
Yeah. He was in
Attell
The
used
Mask.
to open for him.
What?
Yeah. The Mask. I rewatched The Mask. It's not that good.
Nah, it's not great. I mean,
Carrie's incredible.
Carrie's incredible, yeah.
And so the cast is good. It's Richard Jeni.
Cameron Diaz.
Her first movie.
I think she fought hard to get in that, too.
She was a looker.
So hot in that, yeah.
Peter Green from The Usual Suspects, the bad guy.
Oh, yeah, great bad guy.
Good character actor.
Yeah.
Also, Peter Rigier from Animal House and The Sopranos.
Which one was he?
You know who the fuck I'm talking about?
Peter Rigier.
You know him.
Oh, Ben Stein was in it. Wow. Whatever happened to Cameron? Oh, yeah, Boone from Animal House.
And he's in The Sopranos as well.
That's right. He's the cop. Or FBI or one of those.
No, he's like a politician, isn't he?
Oh.
No, not politician. No, he's like some sort of like government guy in The Sopranos.
Wow, whatever happened to Cameron Diaz? Give her a goog. She
She's
kind
in
of
a lot
went
of
away.
stuff, dude. Nah, she's in a ton. That was
quick and easy. No lingering.
She's in a lot, dude.
I don't know. Lately though, once you do Shrek 3, you do 3 Shreks, you're good to go.
You're good to go. How about dude? She was great in Being John Malkovich. Remember?
Oh, so good.
That's a great movie.
Great
so
movie.
weird.
Spike Jonze, man, what a turnaround that guy
There's
had.
that.
Skateboard director.
I guess she's not in a ton lately.
That's what I'm saying. She was this huge leading lady, like A-list lady, and then gone.
Women getting older in Hollywood ain't easy, man.
Well, we were right.
I don't think it's easy.
Interesting. Retired. There you go. I knew something was up.
Yeah,
She
maybe
fucked
it's her
Timberlake, and that was it. You got a peeve?
show. Yeah. What do I have? What do you got?
All right. Now, this one might make me seem like a douche, but it gets annoying. How about this guy? Shit, I wrote it down, but now I can't remember how I meant to say it. I got a couple peeves, so I'm going to throw them all at you.
All right.
Options but don't care. I don't know what that means. But how about this one? When you go, all right, guys, we got reservations at the restaurant. We're all going to the restaurant at 8:30. And we all go, great, we're at it. Well, let's go to the bar, have a drink. Okay, it's only 8. We'll kill some time at the bar. And then you're at the bar, you're going, all right, it's 8:24. We should probably start walking over. And they're like, yeah, we should. And then we move like 10 feet, and then you just keep talking. And you're like, all right, guys, it's 8:27. We should probably get out the door and go to the right. Yeah, you're right. Now we move by the door. Now we're on the sidewalk talking. I'm like, God, what is that?
One. Well, you want to keep things moving.
Yeah.
And yeah, people that are not, they're not with the plan. that annoys me.
Yeah, and we just keep kind of like orbiting that way a
they're
little.
on their own time and you're on your time. You're probably trying to get out of there too, right?
Oh, well, also, yeah, but I'm like, we got reservations in 4 minutes. Like, let's go to the hostess.
Is it? So this happened recently?
Yeah, but I feel like this happens all the time.
With your girlfriend?
No, I was with a group.
Oh, yeah?
But I feel like this happens all the time where you're like, okay.
Comics or non-comics?
Everybody. And you're like, all right, let's start moseying, and people just can't leave or can't get going. Like, we just can't go put the drink down and walk. You have to, like, everybody good? Well, that guy went to the bathroom. We'll wait for him. Okay. It's like,
There is a thing. When people aren't on the same time as you, it annoys. If there's not, like... Yeah, that bugs me.
Yeah, that's weird. Then we went on the sidewalk. Now we're talking out there. I'm like, why can't we just walk and talk? We can keep going. But, so of course we were like 10 minutes late to the reservation. But you're like, all right, whatever.
This is actually hilarious. We're scratching, we're running out of Peeves when you're like, and then I was 10 minutes late to a restaurant.
But it's the principle.
I'm with you, dude. Anytime, like my girlfriend did this recently. She'll do that. We're watching a movie, and she got up and just like, went to the bathroom. I assume she's just peeing and coming back. She's brushing her teeth. She's doing her skincare.
Wow.
I'm like, we got a movie on.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
Right. Maybe didn't love the movie.
Maybe.
I guess so. I mean, if you can brush your teeth throughout a movie, you're not that invested.
I don't know. I think she's like, well, I thought we were winding down. I was like, I was not informed on this plan.
Yeah, I'm in movie mode.
I'm in movie mode, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have a peep. I guess I wrote down, I think I did it last week, was the one when people say you can do better. Didn't I do that last week?
Oh, yeah.
We drink on this pod.
Hate to do better.
So I don't know. You can do better.
How about this one? When people get angry at you, but it's not your fault.
Like what?
This might be a girlfriend specific or a wife thing, but like, so girlfriend is like, or fiance is like, hey, when are you landing tomorrow? I'm like, well, I'll be landing at 2:30, and I'll probably be at the house by 2 or 3:05 with, coming from Newark. And she's like, great, I'll have everything set up. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. I'm like, great. Hey, sorry, the flight's delayed. Oh, you're killing me. What happened to our plan? I'm like, yeah, I know. I want to do the plan too. But
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati. You think I'm happy?
I know. Like, I'm not flying this thing. It's not my airport.
Yeah, the flight delay is tough.
But she's like, oh, you're ruining the day. I'm like, me? What did I do? I'm stuck. I'm in the airport. At least you're at home with your feet up.
Meanwhile, you're hungover in a hotel bed and you overslept for the flight. It got delayed. Why won't you trust me?
No, there's not a dead hooker here. The flight's delayed.
Oh, well, I've had it with your questioning. Your line of questioning is offensive.
Yeah, what is this, an interrogation? Come on. But no, it's just like, you go, all right, we're going to the restaurant at 8. All right, we get to the restaurant. The thing burned down. Oh, you ruined the night. I'm like, I didn't know it burned. I didn't burn it. What am I, an arsonist? So that shit bugs me when it's not your fault, but you somehow get in trouble.
Well, we travel every week, so we do get like, we still get annoyed by delays. Like, I'm used to them now, so I'm not as annoyed.
Yeah.
But like yesterday when I was running for the flight, I'm like, fuck this shit, dude.
I know.
I'm hurting my neck just because I'm like sprinting with 2 heavy bags.
Yeah. And then when you get to the destination, no one's like, and you're like, man, I barely made the flight. They're like, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay, so you're in this building. You're like, Not only is it a bitch.
High five or something.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
You want to dive in. You want the flight attendant to go.
That's great. Safe. You made it. Oh. Yeah, even they seem annoyed. Like, I want a high five on the way in by the lady, but she's just like, barely made it. You're like, I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, we get spoiled with status because we fly every week, but then you see what it's like to be in that last boarding group, and you're like, this takes me back.
Oh, yeah.
This used to be every week.
Every week, yeah. Sometimes if it's a short flight, I'm like, I'll take 29D. I don't give a fuck. And then the problem with the 29D is waiting to get out.
People are just fucfucking worthless.
They're worthless. I'm like, how come when I got my bag, it took 4 seconds? I went, and I'm done. Yeah. You're like...
Here's something behind you. They're like, let me see.
Yeah, what is that?
They're like looking at it like,
I know.
Yeah, they turn to someone, they make a comment. You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I had like a very strong, independent woman. I was in the window seat, and she comes in, and she's like, I'm supposed to be in the window, but I don't care. I'll take the aisle. And I was like, well... And she's like, fine, you can have the window, but I'll take the aisle. I don't care. I'm like, okay, well...
Wouldn't you rather have the aisle than the window?
I would. That's what I was trying to say, but she was like, no, it's okay. You take the window. And I'm like, okay. And she just sat down and put her earbuds in. I was like, wow, I didn't get a word in. Damn. So that was tough.
Damn, now you guys are dating. That's how it starts.
Yeah, she was kind of hot. And
bossy.
The bossy.
It is hot when women are bossy.
Love bossy.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say bossy.
What are you supposed to say?
Well, women don't like bossy.
Why not?
I think it's like, if men were bossy, it's like leaders.
I call men bossy.
I do too.
Yeah,
but
bossy.
I don't know. There's all these dumb rules.
That's annoying.
We're in this-
Also, but someone telling you not to be bossy, kind of bossy.
Aha! Good point. That's why they don't want you to say it, because they are that.
Yeah.
We're in this weird place where, like, gender is a construct, but it's also, like, as a woman. So, like, being a woman or a man is, like, this important thing, but it's also, like, gender's not real. It's fluid. It's weird because we're like, saying two things, and which one is true? Like, which one do you go with? You know, it's like, gender isn't real. It's fluid. The future is female. You're like, well, how can it be female if there's no gender? Ah! And then you start saying that shit, and people kill you.
These are just jokes that are bombing. You're at, like, a feminist retreat. You're like, what's the deal?
Yeah, what's the deal?
This is a sham. Are you kidding me?
I'm in hot water, but isn't hot water good? I love a hot tub. What's the deal with that? All right.
Hot water? Sounds like a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a jacuzzi?
I love a jacuzzi.
Love it.
Who is jacuzzi? Jacuzzi's like Kleenex or what? Sharpie.
Jacuzzi, sister to Yakuza. I'll tell you.
Asians are big right now. But jacuzzi's a guy,
Yeah.
I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah, but we call it, that's a jacuzzi. But that might not be a jacuzzi.
It's a fun sounding word.
It's a great word, jacuzzi. That is great.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a jacuzzi.
Is it Italian or Asian?
Let's get on it.
Is it Tony Jacuzzi or is
Hey,
it
jacuzzi.
Yeah, or is it like Hiroshima Katashi Jacuzzi? You know, like which one is it? Which one is it, Matt? Yeah, figure that one out. Jacuzzi brand, headquarters, California. Oh, see?
Watch it just be like a white woman. This is like that Seinfeld where she's like, I thought you were Asian.
Oh yeah, the Rhines
Someone
across.
Chang.
Yes, Donna Chang.
Donna Chang.
She's not Asian, and they're all disappointed.
Yeah.
Italy. Okay, see, that could have gone either way.
Jacuzzi. Yeah, it's funny. The Italians always brag about their food, but jacuzzi's big.
Jacuzzi's big. That's up there with Benihana. That's a guy.
Is it?
Yeah, Benihana's a guy.
Benihana, that's kind of fun.
That had a moment. That kind of came and went. That was a fad, I think.
Well, the problem is that it's very, like, shticky, and then you can do that with, like, Korean food that's actually really good.
Oh, yeah,
griddle.
the barbecue.
The
On the
barbecue.
griddle.
Yeah, I love a good Korean barbecue, dude.
Oh, so good.
Comes with like 8 sides and apps. I fucking love that.
I know. What a fun outing, too. It's like, it's not just dinner where they bring you food. You're watching it. You're feeling it. You're smelling it. The smoke. It's a great moment.
How about the, do you ever watch on TikTok? They'll do the, Benihana founder faces 12 to 18 months in jail.
Whoa, what do you do? Hit a guy with a shrimp?
No one's going to fuck with him in prison. He'll take 2 shivs and start chopping them up.
Right, exactly. What did he do? You know, his son is that DJ, famous DJ.
DJ Benihana?
No, he's like this, I forgot his name. He's an Asian guy with long hair. Huge.
Yeah.
If you saw him, you'd know him. Admits to insider trading.
Damn.
Cool.
Just footage of him being like, Benihana's going to have a big month.
Did Madoff die? Steve Aoki, that's his name.
Oh, yeah, he is big.
He's huge. Look up his net worth. I met him on Jim and Sam. He was a guest.
Cool guy,
And he has this, he can sleep anywhere because he's so busy that he knows how to sleep like on a plane, in a bus, or like he can just take a nap in a green room. Like
you?
I can sleep on a plane, but he can just go in a green room and be like, all right, I have 2 hours. And he's fully refreshed. Like he's one of those guys. It's a gift. 95 mil. Not too shabby for a DJ. I don't get it. Skillless job.
Do you ever watch on TikTok? They'll do those people just going like, "Is this restaurant overrated or underrated?" And it's just a guy being like, like they're flipping the meat at the Korean barbecue place, and they're like, "Properly rated," and you're like, 3 million views. Like, what the hell?
I know, right? I don't get anything on TikTok. How about this guy with the salt? You see
Salt Bay?
Yeah, why is this guy a celebrity? What has he done?
Because people are dumb and people share shit like that.
It's like we were saying with the viral. It's whatever is accessible and easy to digest. I get it. He's some weirdo doing this shit. Salt's coming off his elbow.
Yeah.
I got dandruff. How about this? This is my thing.
It's not going to do as well.
That's true.
Let's do a joke.
All right. Got a couple ideas kicking around. All right, tell me if this is anything. So I feel like America's kind of divided, culture war, yada, yada, yada. We all know it. We all talk about it. Fox News versus CNN, right versus left. Blah. It almost feels like the government is our parents, and your dad's a Republican, your mom's a liberal, and the civilians are the kids. And they've forgotten about us. They're just trying to get each other because they're divorced.
Yeah.
And, I got all these jokes like, Mom, I need lunch money. And she's like, will you shut up? I'm trying to cancel your father. And you're like, but what about the citizens, And I'm like, Dad, Mom says I shouldn't have a gun. And Dad's like, well, she tried to abort you. And you do the liberal versus...
Does that hit?
I haven't tried it yet, but I like the idea of the dad and the mom being divorced, and they don't care about us. They're just worried about hurting each other at this point. You watch the news, it's like
they're just trying to
mudslinging.
I think instead of hurting each other, they're just trying to get our attention.
Oh, that's good.
Right, because it's like they're just saying fucked up shit to get our attention. So it's like, so you talk to your dad and be like, do you see what your mom is trying? She's trying to let other people into the family.
That's great.
Is that what you want? A bigger family?
You want to live with this Mexican kid? Huh?
Yeah,
that's good.
And then the mom is like, your father, it's just got to go back and forth. He's like, you should see what he doesn't care about you.
Yeah,
he doesn't care.
Exactly. That's good. All right. Your
father's talking to a Russian family. You think he cares about you? That's maybe the angle.
I like that. That little tweak of they're trying to win you over.
Yeah.
Which is also more realistic
also
for
what they're
divorced.
doing, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And I get to attack both sides.
Yeah.
And everybody wins.
Yeah, that's good.
Because doesn't it feel like everybody pretends like we care about this group and what about this? Like Republicans are like, these people are killing babies, and then lefties are like, hey, we need to let the Muslims in or whatever the fuck it is. And it just feels like everybody just wants it their way. No one's listening to each other.
Right.
Like I was at a gym. I used to be a member of the rec center. Still closed, by the way.
Love it. Yeah, it's brutal. That's been closed
I
all this
know.
time.
It's $80 a year. The only problem is you're in there with a couple of mooks and riffraff, but I would go in there, and every day I went to the gym, there was this old guy who would play salsa music at like full blast on a boombox.
That shit, yeah.
Everybody hated him, but he was old,
but it's also like $80 a year. So
exactly.
What are you going to complain?
Exactly.
You get what you pay for.
So I would just turn my headphones up, and I'm like, fucking, that shit. And then this one day, this young kid comes in, and he's blaring hip hop. And they're just competing speakers, and the old guy's going, what are you doing? And the young guy's going, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I want to play my music. And he's like, well, I want to play mine. And they couldn't understand that they were both fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to, that's like a microcosm of America.
Sure.
But I don't know how to make that funny.
But the old guy's like, well, I was here first.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But he's like, I pay your taxes. Or, maybe the young guy's like, I pay the bills. I'm the future. Yeah.
Yeah,
all
something like it is interesting. Like, man, those rec centers though, they really are.
Oh,
you get some
a shit show.
Yeah,
yeah, it really is. You get what you pay for. I mean, it's like being on a Greyhound versus first class.
Yeah,
Greyhound is like fist fights and chicken coops and guy playing video games at full volume.
Rec centers though.
I do too. You ever want to go to the Lower East Side? Watch the like the Chinatown one. The guys who play ping pong, they're unbelievable.
Yeah,
I would just sit and watch.
Yeah,
they're like 10 feet
This is
behind
really
the
our
table.
Asian celebration episode.
Yes, Asian sensation.
There's something there.
All right, what do you got?
I wrote it down. Let me find it. It was about flying. We
Mm-hmm.
don't have enough comedian jokes about
air travel. Mm-hmm. What about dogs and cats? They're different. What's the deal with it's that's no picnic, but aren't picnics good? I thought we liked picnics. All right.
So everyone, I'm on Delta, and they're like, everyone, thank you for being a part of the Delta family. And I was like, family? Like, we're not a family. When something goes wrong with my family, I don't tell them.
Right. There's no complaint line.
There's no. Yeah, I don't complain to my mom. If Delta were my family, I wouldn't say, hey, you guys mess up. I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep that in here for a while.
Ah, that's good.
Also, when I drink on Delta, I can get like 4 drinks. They're never like 4.
Great
4
point.
drinks.
That's great.
Something about like if Delta fucks up, I'm not just like, look, Delta's limited. This is all they can give me.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something here.
That's good. Oh, there's a lot here. Delta doesn't shame you. Delta never says, you missed your flight? We're a little disappointed.
Yeah.
We're disappointed in you.
We thought you'd make it.
Yeah.
We thought
yeah.
more of you. I don't know.
No, that's great. Also, you can upgrade. Can't upgrade family.
Can't upgrade family.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
have a joke about that though. Right?
Oh,
I do a
okay.
joke where I used to do a bit about like you get a new phone, you can upgrade. You're like, that'd be cool if when your grandpa died, you could do that. Like he's just like your grandpa, but he doesn't say the N word, and you're like, oh, that is better. Like, does he still say Oriental? They're like, we couldn't fix everything. That was a joke.
Maybe
this
this
is how old it was. It was the Grandpa 5, not the Grandpa 5S.
Oh, that's good.
That's how old that joke was.
Right.
iPhone 5.
Wow, yeah, but it still holds up, still
hits.
works.
It would still hit if I do it, but yeah.
Could be something too about how like the more money you make with Delta, the better they treat you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be weird if your mom was like, "Oh, Sam, is that a new sweater? Like, here's an extra plate. Here's more dinner." Like you're not like gold with mom. You know, mom, you're just on board. Mom's on board all day long.
Yeah,
you can't go platinum.
You have status with an
Yeah.
airline. There's no status with
with parents.
Fuck.
There's a lot here. This is great. I like the shaming thing.
Yeah.
You know, your mom's like, 4 drinks, huh?
Wow. Yeah, there's something there. I tried it in Springfield and it did not work.
Really? Someone Miles, maybe?
Yeah.
You can't throw money at your mom. Huh.
Yeah, we'll crack it.
Wonder if there's a connection joke. We and my mom don't connect or something. Shit.
I'll crack it. We should get we should get a Patreon out too.
I like it though. I like it. I don't trust Springfield. I think there's something here.
Make sure to email us at wemightbedrunkpod@gmail.com with your videos, with your peeves.
Hell yeah.
With your recs, with your
drinks.
jokes, drinks, anything.
Oh, there's no mom app.
There's no mom.
I can't go to my app and be like, my mom's mad at me. Hold on.
Let me fuck.
Yeah, and you don't tweet at your mom. All right, sorry. Yeah.
No, that's something there. The app is
The app is fun. Mom app.
Make sure to see us on the road. I got Phoenix this weekend, San Francisco, Charlotte, North Carolina, Miami Improv, fucking all over that shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Dallas, samuel.com/shows.
Is that Hyenas?
No, I'm banned from Hyenas.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to hear that story on
Addison
tomorrow's
Improv.
episode. All right. I'm at Portland. We're adding shows. Laugh Boston. Come on out. Don't get too drunk, Beantown. Brea, California. Vancouver in Canada. New Orleans, Hometown Hero. Royal Oak, Michigan. Atlanta, Buckhead Theater. Milwaukee, Improv. Come on out. Eventually I'll have
I hear it's
Chicago.
beautiful.
I hear that too. Soder loved it. So thanks for everybody coming out. Thanks for writing. Thanks for tweeting. Thanks for sharing. Some guy sent us some badass art today. That one you posted. That looked so good.
I loved it.
So yeah, send gifts. We'll put shit on the wall. These joke books are killer. We love you. We might be drunk. Happy Halloween next week. Woo! Very exciting.
No, last week.
Ah, shit. Fuck it.
We're backlogging episodes because we're both on the road, guys. Sorry
Happy Rosh
that we just
Hashanah.
revealed the trick there. We love you. Keep listening.
Hear,
Tell
hear.
your friends. See you soon. Thank you, Gotham Studios and Matt. We love you. All right.
Praise Allah.